Hey, it's the Empire. Geoboxing Empire. Back to boxing. Now, Deontay Wilder. I'm a fan. I'm a traveling king. Joshua don't travel. Is he worried? Now, basically, Wilder talks about in an article how Anthony Joshua hasn't traveled outside the UK as a king, as a champion, or in his whole career, period. Now, those are big statements from Deontay Wilder, man. Now, Deontay Wilder has traveled out the country. He's fought in Puerto Rico, he's fought in Mexico, and he's fought in Britain, right? When he fought in Mexico, he fought Matthew Greer. When he fought in the England, he fought Ali Harrison. And then when he fought in Mexico, he fought, uh, I'm sorry, Matthew Greer in Mexico, right? Ali Harrison in Britain, right? Okay. And then he fought Jesse Altmans in Mexico, right? And he's fought more than once in different in those countries. So yeah, man, Wilder has fought outside the country, but he hasn't fought out. He hasn't fought. He hasn't defended the belt outside the country as a champion. Neither has Anthony Joshua. So, but Wilder says he actually will travel outside the country as champion. It doesn't bother him. So he was gonna fight Povetkin outside the country in Russia until Povetkin came up dirty for the performance enhancing drugs. So that was going to happen. Wilder would have fought in Russia, win, lose or draw. So that's one thing you have to give Wilder credit for. So I really want both these fighters to fight outside the country. I think it'd be a really big deal to see Anthony Joshua or Deontay Wilder fight foreign. Right? When you think of heavyweight champions, legends like Ali and Tyson, they traveled a lot fighting out the country consistently actually. Ali and Mike Tyson fought in Japan. You know, they fought all around the world. They traveled. The Thriller in Manila. I was in Africa. The event was bigger than a fight. So it's a really big deal when you travel outside the country and fight in foreign countries. So I'm really excited to see Wilder talking like he's gonna travel and fight because that means soon he's gonna be traveling and fight top elite level fighters in foreign countries. Maybe in their backyard. So it's really nice to see the cards stacked against them. I mean, it gets to the point in boxing when you're so dominant. It's sort of like the odds are so in the other guy, so in your favor because you're so dominant that it becomes like boring. Like we expect you to destroy the guy. So I feel like if you're gonna make it more exciting, it's better to do it in their country. I mean, at least the odds definitely shrink because of it. So it's really good, just a good look for boxing, just getting it in different areas, and it'll get like the opponent. Like I say, you find a guy in Brazil or whatever, right? They don't know the guy in Brazil can be a small name fighter, and he can be fighting the heavyweight champion in the world. But the heavyweight champion travels to fight his country. That Brazilian fighter may have a huge following in his country now because people, the nationalism is huge, right? So the people will start backing that guy up, and that guy, if he puts in a mediocre performance, maybe rocks the champion or something like that, he can have a huge fan base. So that's a big deal. It's good press on a Brazilian fighter or whatever fighter he's fighting him, and it builds the guy a bigger profile, right? And it's better. That's better for boxing in general, right? Even if the champion is gonna win, you might as well put it in an area to make it big as possible. And for the other guy's career, it's just better. And for boxing in general, it'll make it bigger and better, right? Sometimes people don't know who these fighters are until the heavyweight champion fights them, and then after that, they become a big name, right? I remember when no one knew who Dominic Brazil was, and Anthony Joshua beat him, right? But Brazil came back and he's beaten top level oppositions like Izzy Ignua, right? And Molina, right? So he came back strong now. Now he's a big name. Now he's sort of a threat in the heavyweight division, right? Top contender, at least top 10 easy, right? So these fighters, when they start fighting champions, they get a lot of exposure. And I think if the champion travels to fight their hometown, it'll just make the hometown fighter even bigger, and it makes it better for boxing because not only are you following the champion now, you're following the guy who the champion beat, right? We want to see how this guy's career unfold, right? Because you want to see if the champion was fighting someone legit, and you know, Brazil went on to have a decent career, and he's still doing great, you know. So it's gonna be a really big deal to see these Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder travel to fight. That's always a big deal. I'm really excited to see where things go from here. Now, Deontay Wilder or Anthony Joshua, Anthony Joshua is signed by American Network. He is signed by Showtime right now, and it's rumored that he's going to HBO. We'll see, but having an American network, you think you debut in America sometime. So we'll see, man. I mean, let's just say this: if Deontay Wilder was, if he was if he had a deal for Showtime Sports, I'm sorry, for Sky Sports, he would have been fought in the UK. So it's sort of shocking that Anthony Joshua, he's scheduled, he's signed by Showtime, but he's not, he hasn't had a fight in America yet. That's sort of shocking. So I want to see what happens, man. Maybe maybe Showtime, maybe Sky Sports want to sign Anthony Josh, want to sign Deontay Wilder. Maybe he might have a fight in Britain. Who knows, man? I mean, I think that'd be big in building the fight up, even if they don't fight, just to get the fans, aware of the whole heavyweight division. I think that'd be great because Anthony Joshua is signed to Showtime, so that'd be crazy if Deontay Wilder can manage to do the same thing in the UK. I think that market's a huge market. So we'll see, man. I mean, both these fighters fighting foreign is a great deal. But like Deontay Wilder said, man, he said I'm a traveling king. You know what I mean? So he can fight anywhere, man. And that's what he says, man. But he says that Joshua just don't travel. He needs to do it. But like I said, Deontay Wilder hasn't defended the belt outside the country. So he's saying he would. So let me know how you guys feel about that. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire, Geobasing Empire. Peace.